My name's T. Patrick Murray, and I'm an award-winning filmmaker. I've made a documentary called The Last Game, which was called, quote, possibly the best sports film ever made by the Los Angeles Times, 4 out of 4 stars from USA Today. The best documentary I ever saw from Man Cool News, and the most exciting movie I've ever seen by my local paper, the Philadelphia Inquirer. I say none of this to brag, but to establish credibility. I grew up with M. Night Shyamalan. We went to the same high school. He's had a little bit more success than me, then, but that's cool. We're artists, and, Van Gogh never sold a painting, so who knows? Time will tell. Point's this. I am making a film that is very interesting. It's called Chasing J.P. Morgan. And what is it about? Well, it's about fraud closure, as they call it, foreclosure that is not legal. It's about the economic situation and the legal situation and the social situation involving J.P. Morgan Chase, who is the person that's foreclosing on me for the third time after I've beaten them in court. Actually, I beat them in the lawsuit. They dismissed it right before any trial because I had the evidence that they were not, in fact, the holders in due course. In other words, they had no right to sue or foreclose on me. Why did they have no right to foreclose on me? What does all this mean? How can this help you? Even if you pay your mortgage and you have no problems with your mortgage, if I told you that it was illegal things that they were doing, the interest they were charging you, for example, that your 6% rate is really 580% the first year, that's 107 the fifth year, it doesn't get to 6% until the 30th year. If I told you that and explained that to you and showed it to you and showed you how all that's fraudulent and illegal, if it's premeditated and known, and if I told you that you could probably get your house for free or get treble damages or get some relief because this isn't being opportunistic or un-American, this is actually redressing a wrong. Just like the LIBOR scandal indicates, which is a manipulation of the base interest rate, the London Interbank exchange rate, which is, the hallmark, which is like the prime rate of the world. The point is that if that's manipulated, then the idea of the manipulation of amortization tables, which dictates the dynamic relationship between equity or ownership or principal that's repaid in a loan payment, a fixed loan payment, and the amount that is for interest. And the way that that's set up is taken for granted and thought of as being normal, when in fact it's called front loading, and it's a way of monetizing the debt quicker, and it's also the foundation of the entire scandal known as the derivative scandal, which almost imploded our economy in 2008, which involved the bundling of all of these not mortgages actually, notes, which are the debts, to buy the homes, and bundled them together and sold them as trusts, or basically CDO MBS trusts. They became just another type of thing, like a bond to stock. Well, this was a derivative type of instrument. People made trillions of dollars. It was great. In fact, there was only one problem with the whole idea. Well, if something happened that had never happened in history, they'd be fucked, and the things would be underwater, and they'd be out of the money. What's that thing? It's if real estate ever went down. And in 2008, as you may remember, real estate went down, and it continues to go down. So as a result, we almost, collapsed as an economy in 2008, but, AIG bailed, out the certificate holders and et cetera. We've had QE1, QE2, we're just printing money. We're in a fiat Ponzi economy. This whole thing will collapse and be replaced by a new system. That's not really the focus, though. What the focus is my experience fighting a foreclosure with J.P. Morgan Chase, number one. Number two, my countersuit for fraud, for RICO, the Third Circuit federal class action suit I'm going to put in that's going to seek billions of damages for anyone that's ever had a mortgage, ever, from any of the major banks. This isn't just Chase. That is going to be for like the big six banks, and it's basically going to, if you had any mortgage at all, you should be part of this. And why? Well, watch the movie when it comes out or check out my website.